Now here I'm talking about the symptoms of snake bite, venom, and first aid treatment of the snake bite. Symptom of snake bites. The effect of different snakes has its own characteristic effect. Degree of virulence differ not only in the different snake but in the same snake under the different circumstances. The bitten person may die or recover depending upon the amount injected and its virulence. It is customary to regard two categories of the snake venom. First, neurotoxin and hemotoxin. Neurotoxin are typical elapsid, cobra crate, and sea snake. They causes death by paralysis of the respiratory muscles and asphyxiation. Hemotoxins are typical of vipers. They cause tissue destruction and widespread hemorrhage. The effect of venom or symptom of snake bite in the cases of three most common poisonous snake in India are as follows. First, cobra bite. Poison of cobra is not virulent. It is a neurotoxin attacking nerve centers and causing paralysis of the muscles, especially those part of the respiratory muscles. Symptoms include piercing pain and burning sensation ending in numbness of the bitten part which turns bluish or blackish. Persons suffer from giddiness, weakness in the legs, high pulse rate, speechless, drooping of saliva and eyelids, contraction of pupils, vomiting, nausea, and labored breathing. Death result within a few hours due to the failure of the respiratory or asphyxiation or the heart activity. Late Professor Ken Bahl described copra poison by the word COBRA, indicating that spinal cord CO and BR stand for the brain affected. Coagulation of blood COB is reduced R so that wound bleeds for hours and death occurs by asphyxiation as the respiratory center of the brain are destroyed. These abbreviation given by late Professor Ken Bahal. Karate bite. Karate are most common found in and dangerous poisonous snakes because of their bite. Injects a very large quantity of poison 3 times more than the cobras. Symptoms are very similar to those of cobra bite, except that the victim complains of the unbearable abdominal pain due to the internal hemorrhage, destruction of the RBC, and paralysis of the trunk and limb occur followed by death within 6 to 24 hours. Viper bite. Venom of the viper is mainly a hemotoxin affecting the circulatory and nervous system more severely. Symptoms include local swelling and discoloration of the bitten part with acute burning pain. A red fluid oozes from the wound due to the massive tissue destruction necrosis, which frequently necessitate amputation. Pupils dilate, pulse rate increases, profuse vomiting occur, and person loses consciousness. Death may result due to the paralysis of the vasomotor center and exhaustion from the profuse bleeding. Antivenom. Cure of the snake bite. The best cure for snake bite is antivenom serum or antivenom which is injected into body of the victim or counteract snake venom. Different antivenoms are required against different snakes due to the differences in the qualities of the venom. An antivenom is prepared by injecting a horse with gradually increasing dose of snake venom until the horse becomes fully immunized to any amount of venom injected. Now, blood serum of the horse is collected and preserved. This is the antivenom serum or antivenom which has developed sufficient antibodies to neutralize the effect of that particular snake's venom. It means snake antivenom act only against the specific venom. Correct antivenom is used against the curate and cobra antivenom is used against the cobra bite. First aid of the treatment of the snake bite. First aid treatment include emergency care of the victim of snake bite before complete medical or surgical treatment can be secured. Following first aid method are recommended by the expert. First, psychological. The fright or fear due to snake bite may cause heart failure and death even if the snake was non-poisonous. Therefore, the victim should first be all prepared and treated for the psychological with the necessities and encouraging words. Tourniquet. A tourniquet or ligature should be immediately tied on the beaten limbs towards heart by any suitable available material such as handkerchief, piece of cloth, rubber tube, cord, etc. This prevents or delays circulation of the poison in the body. However, the tourniquet may not be applied very tightly and should be removed for a few minutes in between. Next, care of the wounds. Wounds should be washed with clear water. Application of the potassium permanganate to the wound should be avoided. An incision about 1 centimeter deep should be made near the wound with a clean sterilized blade or knife. This will let out some poison with blood. Poison may also be sucked out by a suction cup and not by mouth. X-shaped cuts should be avoided as they require longer time for the healing. Some experts do not recommend incision, which may lead to infection. The bitten part should be cooled with ice to slow down the blood circulation and spread of poison. Care of the person. Anything causing excitement or exertion to the victim should be avoided. Alcoholic beverages should be avoided. Instead, the victim may be served with hot milk, coffee, or tea. The victim should be shifted immediately to a hospital or a qualified doctor for treatment with an antivenom injection. Now, next topic is distinguishing between poisonous and non-poisonous snakes in India. Most of the Indian snakes are non-poisonous and harmless creatures. Out of 330 Indian species, only 69 are poisonous, comprising 29 species of the sea snakes and 40 species of the land snakes. The poisonous snakes have a poison apparatus in head and a pair of large teeth or fangs in upper jaws. When they bite, there may be two large circular punctures made by the fangs on the skin of the victim. But non-poisonous snakes have neither poison apparatus nor fangs. When they bite, they leave many small pricks only. Some of the most common Indian poisonous snakes are cobra, karat, pit viper, viper, and sea snakes. It is easy to distinguish them from non-poisonous ones on the basis of the shape of the tail and the size arrangement of the scales and the shields on their body. A simple and workable key for identification of the Indian poisonous and non-poisonous snakes is given as in the table which I am going to explain. First, we'll start from the tail. If tail is laterally compressed or like, it means that is poisonous snakes and sea snake, hydrofish. After tail, if tail is cylindrical and tapering, it may be poisonous and non-poisonous. For the further examination, belly scale or ventral part of the scales. If first, if belly scales is small and continuous with the dorsal, that is non-poisonous. If ventral not fully broad to the cover, non-poisonous. If ventral broad and fully covered, that is examined further. It means the upper two portion non-poisonous, non-poisonous. It is the characteristic of the python. And now we will go to the head scales, loreal pits and subcaudals. First, head scales is small, head triangular, no loreal pit, that is poisonous snakes and pitless viper. In this, if subcaudal double, that is viper russell. If subcaudal is single, that is Echis corendata. Next, head scales is small, a loreal pit present between the nostril and eye, that is poisonous, and pit viper, that is presence of the pit. Head with large shield and no loreal pit, it is examined further. And that is vertebral, fourth and infralabial and third supraphageal. Vertebral enlarging hexagonal, fourth and fifth level large, that is poisonous and Carath bungarus. Vertebral not enlarged, third supralabial, touches the eye and nose, that is poisonous. Neck with a hoof and spectacle mark, hood, and that is cobra. Hood absent, coral spot on the belly, and that is coral snake. No such characteristic means that is non-poisonous snake. And that is the main difference between poisonous and non-poisonous snakes found in the India. Thanks.